I'm such a nut bucket. I put on my gloves and I was telling Eddie and Teresa, I said, this glove, something's wrong with this glove. It was a boo-boo that they forgot to pull out. Well, y'all, I had my thumb in this, and it was so uncomfortable. And Eddie said, well, Paula, do you have your thumb in your pinky finger? Oh, yes, I did. Well, hey, y'all, welcome back. I promised y'all that I was going to be doing short little cooking shows. I did the first one a while ago, making cracker salad, and I kind of told y'all what was happening with my family. And so I would love to hear what's happening with y'all. I am here strictly for your entertainment and for companionship, and that's it. And when I was doing the cracker salad, it was Teresa, Eddie, and me. And one of my favorite people in the whole world just flitted in here in my kitchen. Y'all all know and love her.
Hello.
My Aunt Peggy. We went to Albany and picked her up and brought her over here. I was very concerned, that she was going out and going to grocery stores, going to see doctors, and all this stuff that was driving me insane.
Not listening to anyone.
No, I'm not listening to anyone. She's a woman of substance. She knows what she wants, and that's exactly what she's going to do.
So now she's under house arrest.
Yeah, she's under house arrest. And I told her, I said, Auntie, I know you're mad as hell with me, but I'm sorry. It's because we love you.
So make her some pimento cheese.
Albany, I think, has gotten hit pretty hard with this virus. I understand that there was a funeral and people came from out of town, and I think a lot of people got sick, but I'm just repeating hearsay. All right, so I'm trying to do things, share things with you that you would have in your kitchen, that you wouldn't have to go to the store. And speaking of the store, you know that some of the grocery stores are delivering now. You can go online and make your grocery list and send it to them. And I'm sure you could do it by phone. I'm the old-fashioned way. I said, pick up the phone and let me hear a voice. But they deliver in case you don't have anybody or you feel you can't get to the grocery store. But I'm trying to share recipes with y'all that hopefully you would have all this at your house already. Like cheese, cream cheese, pimentos,
Pimento
onions.
might be a hard one that you wouldn't always
What's
have.
that?
Pimento might be a hard one, but after they try this recipe, they'll have pimento in there.
Yeah, maybe. But you can use pimento in your macaroni salad, your potato salad. So there's a good chance they may, and of course the life is so long.
Right.
In this jar, like this is probably good through. Got to put my eyes in. Sell by 9/30/22.
Yeah.
So we got 2.5 years. So like I said, a lot of people may have that in their pantry. So I'm going to read off the pimento cheese recipe to you as it is printed on our website, pauladeen.com. But I'm not going to go by the recipe, if that makes any sense. I mean, I'm going to put everything that I listed in here, but I'm not going to measure. This recipe calls for 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, which right off the bat, I know that's wrong. It calls for 1 cup of Monterey Jack cheese, grated. It calls for 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese, grated. It calls for 1/2 ounce of cream cheese, which is your secret ingredient for my macaroni and cheese. 3 tablespoons of diced pimento, 2 teaspoons of grated onion, 1/4 teaspoon of house seasoning, ground pepper to taste, and kosher salt to taste. But I would be careful because this is very, very salty as well as this. So I would put no salt rather than take chances by putting house seasoning and kosher salt. I would be real leery. Well, when the boys and I first opened the Lady Restaurant, which was located in the Best Western, I taught Bobby how to make our pimento cheese, and he got so good at it, y'all. I didn't want to eat anybody's pimento cheese but Bobby's. And Bobby, because we made it in such bulk, Bobby used a hand mixer. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know, I kind of like that idea. I like that idea.
How did you used to do it?
Oh, I do it with my hands. I do it with my hands.
Good old fashioned.
Or a big old wooden spoon. So here we go. I've got my 2 different kinds of cheeses in here. And when I said 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise was wrong, good pimento cheese takes a lot of mayonnaise.
So how much do you think would be
for that? No less than 1/2 cup.
Okay.
No less than 1/2
We'll
cup.
fix that on the
Probably
website.
probably a 3/4 of a cup, because now I'm using more cheese in here because I'm making up enough so Teresa can take home some for her house.
I'm excited. This is my favorite.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Well, you know, there's just something about Georgia folks and pimento cheese.
Mm-hmm.
We can make a meal off of it. All right. So that's probably about 1/2 cup right there. So
and again, this is a double recipe that you're making right now.
Or double or triple. I didn't measure my cheese, but I have found that after I make pimento cheese, y'all, and put it back in the refrigerator, there's a good chance I'll have to add more mayonnaise to it after it's been. Yeah, it dries out. It soaks up all that.
So they shouldn't panic if they make it and put it in the refrigerator and then it seems dry. That's a very common.
That's very common.
And just add a little bit more to it.
Yes.
And who doesn't love mayonnaise?
Y'all want to see my mayonnaise drawer just real quick, like? Come in here and I'll show you. I'll show you my mayonnaise pantry. Oh my gosh, you can't see it. I've hidden it. Look. I'm low. Eddie, I am low on mayonnaise. That makes me nervous now. Because usually I have a dozen jars. You know, we are all being asked not to hoard. And I'm not hoarding. I'm not hoarding because I want it to be enough for everybody that needs something. But now I am a mayonnaise hoarder. And I'm a butter hoarder.
I think they knew that probably about the butter. If they know anything about you.
Yes. If they have ever watched a show. All right, so right now that amount of mayonnaise looks real good. But I can tell you, if I put that in the refrigerator by tomorrow, I'd need to add another heaping tablespoon to it. All right, so I'm not gonna measure that. I'm gonna finish draining it. Y'all, it's like summertime here in Savannah. I can't get over it.
I know,
Somebody said it's supposed to be 90.
91.
No.
91 on Saturday.
No, that just ain't right.
Because we've gone from what, 35, which is cold for us.
We had no winter.
No.
We had no winter. The mosquitoes are gonna be the size of a robin redbreast. They're gonna be so big. Because we've had no cold water to kill them off. I mean, cold weather, not water. All right, sometimes when I start doing my thing, y'all, my mind, I'm so absorbed in what I'm doing, I'll get my words mixed up. All right. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of grated onion. And don't skimp on this. Don't substitute. Make sure you use grated onion because you can see all that liquor coming out of that onion, and that's where you get your strong onion flavor.
And what kind of onion did you use?
Well, I'm using a sweet onion. Vidalias are out of season right now. They'll be back in though soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I always use a sweet onion. And like I said earlier, this is the secret, y'all, to our pimento cheese. And I take it just like this. It's not so easy with these gloves.
What is the secret?
The secret, oh, sorry. The secret is cream cheese. It makes it so good if I can get it off my gloves. All right. There we go. And while I'm here, I'm going to get one more scoop. All right, now I'm going to put, and this is a much needed ingredient, and that's garlic powder. And
Paula, could you use could you use like a minced garlic, or is powder got a better?
well, I like powder because you're not getting the salt.
Okay.
Like garlic salt,
Okay.
the main ingredient is salt. So if I'm trying to control the salt in my dish, I will use powder.
Okay.
If I'm trying to increase the salt, I'll use garlic salt. Okay. And there's one more ingredient, and I don't use this often at all.
But
today, for my pimento cheese, I like just a couple of dashes of Worcestershire in it. Whoops, get back
So
in
based
that
on
bowl.
flavors that you like, Paula, you could do so many different. You can use the basics of
Yes.
the cheese and the mayonnaise, but then if you want to try it with different seasonings,
Yes, I've told
it's
everybody so 1,100 times, you know, that when you get a recipe, look how creamy and wonderful that is. All right, now let's make sure I got everything. I got mayonnaise, my 2 kinds of cheese. I got my cream cheese. I got my pimentos. I got my grated onion. I did not put house seasoning in it yet. Okay, this is what I want. Is pepper. A coarse ground pepper is so good in pimento cheese. But like I said, I'm not putting any form of salt in it until after we taste it. See, that's the creaminess that I like.
I can't wait that that's going home with me.
I know. I'm going to put it up in a jar for you.
I know.
And I love when I make pimento cheese, putting it in like a fruit jar or something like that. I just love opening the refrigerator and seeing things like that. Your pickled shrimp, you know, anything that...
Well, Paula, back in the day when our offices were literally on site with you,
Yeah.
I can remember always going to the refrigerator to get the pimento cheese to make my sandwich.
It's delicious. It's just one of our
The
staples.
best.
So now, Aunt Peggy, I think you put a little sugar in your pimento cheese, don't you?
But I have not ever tried Worcestershire sauce, but I'm going to.
I thought you and Kari were making it one day, and Kari told me that you put a little.
And And she liked my pimento cheese, and it
I know.
always was a surprise to me.
I know. She told me that she did.
I couldn't believe it.
All right, let's see. Did we put our crackers away? I'm gonna get us some crackers, and we're gonna sample this. I'm coming, Eddie. I'm coming. Don't give up on me.
They can definitely see that these are not professionally shot, can't they?
I mean, I want this shot, and it is being shot just like you're sitting on the stool. Oh gosh, broken crackers.
Sitting on the stool.
Yes, I want this to be just like you're sitting on that stool down there, and you're sitting here in my kitchen. All right, so there we go, kiddies. Get a knife, Teresa.
I know. Give it to Mikey. She'll taste anything.
Uh-huh. And Eddie. And I'll fix Aunt Peggy one. Jamie and his children call our Aunt Peggy Great Great.
And I love it.
Because she
There's
is...
one for you.
Oh, thank you. She is their great great aunt.
I've washed my hands too, just so
Oh,
you
I know.
100
I've been
times.
watching.
100 times. Eddie.
Mmm.
So good. Aunt Peggy, you want one?
Mm.
Yes, don't leave me out.
I'm not.
Mmm.
I would never.
Thank you. Ooh, yes.
Look how good. Now don't eat too much of this because I'm planning to take it home.
I know, I'm fixing to get a jar and put yours in there. So, it tastes delicious. Does it need any salt to y'all?
I don't think so.
I don't.
think the Worcestershire added
Yeah,
some salt. to
yeah.
it.
I would rather people add salt to it as they eat it if they feel the need for it.
I don't think.
And don't forget, you can find this recipe on pauladeen.com.
Yep. www.pauladeen.com.
www. That always reminds me of wrestling. www. Isn't that wrestling world?
It is.
So, but I wanted to read out the recipes to you just in case you can't find it.
You did already.
Yes, so I did. Yes, I did. So thank y'all for coming in with us. Remember, you ain't by yourself. We're just as close to your telephone. So do call. Thank y'all. Love and best dishes.